Hey, it's the HDTV Tech Guy, and today I'm going over the Sharp LC-60UE30U. I'll let the link in the description below to get a great deal on this model, so be sure to check that out. And you can also read the user reviews and see what other people are saying about it. So I'm going to jump right into it. The biggest contributor to the awesome picture quality is that 4K Ultra HD resolution. And if you're not familiar with 4K, it has 4 times as many pixels as a 1080p resolution. So you get 8,294,400 pixels on the screen at the same time. So this means you get an incredibly sharp and clear pixel. And in fact, you get right up to the screen and it will still look crystal clear. As opposed to 1080p, when you get in close, it'll start to look a little distorted. And that is not the case with this model. So Sharp also has a Revelation upscaler. So all of your non-4K content will be automatically upscaled to close to 4K resolution. So this isn't going to look as good as watching native 4K content, but it's definitely a huge improvement. So this model has a 60-inch LED screen and it's edge lit. So this just means that the LEDs are positioned around the perimeter of the screen and the light spreads behind the LED panel. And by the way, considering the 60-inch screen size and the fact that this is a 4K TV, the best viewing distance is about 5.7 feet. So this is where you're going to get the most immersive experience and see the most detail of that 4K resolution. So that's not to say that it won't look amazing beyond 5.7 feet, but that's the sweet spot where you're going to see the most detail. So Sharp also uses aqua dimming. It's kind of like your local dimming feature. And what this feature does, it will automatically adjust individual pixels in order to deliver deep black levels and brighter white levels. They also use AquoMotion 480, so this is your motion reduction feature. And basically what it will do is insert artificial frames in between each frame in order to reduce the motion blur. I recommend leaving this feature on if you're watching sports. Otherwise, I like to turn it off. But it's kind of a personal preference, so it's up to you. Depending on what kind of content you're watching, you might want to leave it on. Other content, you might want it off. So I personally love the design of this TV. It's extremely sleek looking. As you can see, that thin border is just 0.35 inches around the screen. So there's no border distraction whatsoever. And you won't even really notice the border when the lights are out. And it just makes for a much more immersive experience. This model also has that thin profile as well. And it weighs 77.2 pounds without the stand and 83.8 pounds with the stand. And if you're planning on mounting this TV up on the wall, it's Visa 400 by 400. So this means that the holes on the rear of the display are 400 millimeters across and 400 millimeters down. So one thing that separates this TV from other smart TVs is the Android TV software. So this will give you access to the Google Play Store, so you can download a ton of different apps and games. And it's just a huge step above other smart TV user interfaces. So this is a huge plus for this model. There's also a quad-core processor, so you get that snappy user interface. TVs without this quad-core tend to be a little sluggish when it comes to navigation, and that is not the case here. There's also a fully functional web browser, and by the way, there's a 10 million to 1 contrast ratio, so you will get deep blacks with this TV. As for the inputs, there's 4 HDMI ports, 1 RF in port, and the components shared with the Composite. There's 1 audio input, 1 audio output mini jack, 3 USB ports, an Ethernet port, and an optical audio out port. So to conclude, I really like what I'm seeing with the Sharp 60UE30U. It has that 4K Ultra HD resolution, and I really like the design of this particular model compared to other similar models. It just has that very sleek and thin looking border. And I also like the built-in Android TV as well. Be sure to check out the link below in the description for a great deal on this model, and you're also going to read those user reviews and see what other people are saying about it. I hope you found this quick overview helpful.